a darn thing, what you say about me. You could call me an asshole even, I don't care.
Wow, you're so chill. See, like I wanna have that wisdom and chillness, but at my age.
Well, you'll get it. You know where you get that? You go out there and try a lot of stuff that doesn't work and you fail and you find out life still goes on anyway.
Yes, yes. I realized for the past like 8 months while I've been traveling Europe, I've been like afraid to fail. So,
Yeah.
I've got
Well,
to
it is.
definitely get it
No.
together.
And
So,
that's how
yeah,
people get power over you too. If you're so afraid to fail, then you're so afraid to be yourself. And then you're trying to please everybody or whatever. And if you're not pleasing
yeah,
yourself, you can't give the best of what you have. I think life is trying to give the best of what you have to other people. And so you have to be more authentic. Like the way I dress and everything, that's only because I failed at doing it the way everybody's telling me how to do it. And I was failing. I said, this is not fun. I'm not having fun. I'm failing. And I'm trying to do stuff that I'm not good at just to sort of be successful. So maybe, 30 years from now, I'm going to be happy. That sounds nuts. So
yeah,
be happy now. and get
yeah,
from inside. I think what people don't realize, what's inside of us is the most important thing we have to give. And it's probably the most unique thing. We're all unique, we're all special. But we're trying to be like everybody else because they're doing that. But that worked for them. You have to find out what works for you. Because then if it works for you and you figured it out, then that means that's something special you have. And that's your best gift to the world, is really what's weird about you. Everyone else will tell you, that's
yeah,
weird to do that because it's not like everybody's supposed to do it. But that turns out to be your best gift. And it's not encouraged because we're all fearful of not succeeding, so we're taking the lessons from other people who succeeded at something, and that may or may not work for you, probably won't. And that's why I think the only
yeah,
other thing is you don't pay money to do that. Because you think it'll work for you, it probably won't. So just get help that's free. And that's what we do is show you, like here, you want to start a business here? I could show you 30, 40 organizations that'll help you start a business here, and they're all free. Yeah. But
You don't believe in paying for coaches?
well, no, if you want to. I don't think,
I mean, do you see some usefulness to pay for coaching or to pay
I mean, I can't
to be in
tell.
certain rooms,
Well,
pay
number
for
one, if you have
access?
money, what's the difference? Uh, I, I want to help people who don't have money and pay for coaches. Yeah, you could buy anything, okay? Uh, but even if you have some money, if you're paying for things to get successful, uh, you're going to run out of money before you figure it out. And that's why there's always an option. I did that in my first two businesses. I was investing in, because I got an MBA and everything, this is how you do business. And, I was getting all this money, get this, and I failed on it. I said, gee, who the hell's winning? Only the people I bought all this stuff from. And then then
Yeah,
what I found out is that there's always an option that's free, like advertising. Wow, if you have a new business, you never want to pay for advertising because you really don't know why people are buying or what they really want. You're guessing.
yeah,
And then what we do a lot of times is just go to our friends and relatives and say, hey, what do you think of this? And they probably would never buy it anyway, but they're nice to you and they say what's wrong, good, and then they start changing. No, you go to people, you got to find your market. Who is that market? And you show them. And now with you know, the way, all the free marketing that's out there, you could get that feedback and for free. I mean, even a product, you can do a prototype and do a crowdfunding and go out and find customers. The success of your business is only getting customers. Everything else is detail, because no matter what the fuck you think is right, you're probably going to change it anyway. And so you have to learn how to get customers. And there's ways to do it free, or all the experts will tell you you need a lot of money because they're selling you that. Salesman.
I guess my question or hiccup is like, I feel like sometimes people want everything to be free. And it's like, how can you expect everything to be free and still expect customers to pay? Like, they want things to be free as well. Like, it can't just be a world of people who just want free things.
Well, but if you can't get it anywhere else, then, and if they have money, but you're right. But I'm looking more for people who want to do things and thinking you have to have money to do things, you know, and you don't. So, right. Now, but tell you the truth, see, 40% of our economy, maybe I have a chart here, 40% of our economy of America, everything going on in America, gives away more money for free and gives away free for services, free everything, 40%. 60% is capitalism that sells you things, okay? So, and you know how to do that by going to Google. But nobody knows how to go find the free stuff. But AI is a good way to find it because that will show you only the free stuff. That's very important to me because then the people who are selling, and it's also, you want people in your life that have your well-being in mind, not their well-being in mind.
Yeah.
So if you're buying something, somebody's selling something, their first responsibility is to sell you something, to get money from you, not try to figure out what's best for you, but what's best for them. So they're going to do everything they can to make it look like what's best for them is also best for you. And if you want to try it and you have money, I mean, I can't say everything's bad, but it is bad to me if you don't have money and you don't think there's an option, because then it won't work and then you'll quit and say it didn't work unless I get more money, and you don't have to do that.
Yeah. All right, let me start recording then. Let's get this going.
Oh, you just got the best stuff.
All right, connecting to
Recording in
clouds.
progress.
Okay. All right. Today we're joined by Matthew Lesko, the man in the famous question mark suits who spent decades teaching people how to find government money and resources. He's written over 20 books, including bestsellers like Getting Yours and Free Money to Pay Your Bills. He has helped over millions of Americans uncover programs they didn't know they qualified for and they didn't even know existed. And so he is here to tell us today how we can get our hands on government grants. And so if you're interested in getting debt-free funding, or if you're interested in getting debt-free funding that you can use for personal reasons or for a business that you're looking to start, it's time that you lock in and listen to government grant expert Matthew Lesko.
Hi.
Oh well, let me throw things over to Matthew so he can introduce himself, or let me throw things over to Matthew so he can talk a bit more now.
Well, nice of you to say all those kind words, but I plagiarize, and I flunked English in college, and probably flunked the English in high school every year. It's just terrible. And I got 2 New York Times bestsellers because I took government programs, government information that is not copyrighted. See, nothing in the government is copyrighted, so you could take anything in the government. So I found a book at the government printing office called The Catalog of Federal Domestic Assistance, and I really just cut and pasted that and sent it to a publisher in New York. They published it, and I called it Getting Yours because it was all the
Nice.
government money program. And it became a New York Times bestseller, and I didn't write a lick. I plagiarized the whole thing. So, and I learned from not having money or contacts or even credentials or anything, that this is a country still that you can do so much without any of those things. But if you go to so-called experts to want to do those things, they'll say, oh no, you need money, because everybody's selling anything, so everybody thinks, and certainly people do it with money, but people do it without money too. But they're not advertised because nobody's making money out of selling things that is free. And so you can't find out about them. We're a marketing society, so everybody learns how to sell. And that's good because then you can do that too. And you don't need a PhD, you just need an open heart. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's all about helping people. And so if you have something that you think the world needs, then you say that way, because you're here to help people and people could respond to that a lot better than probably anything else. But it's a long slog. That's why you have to come from the heart, because anything else you're going to do is going to be difficult. So if you want to do something new, no matter if you're good at it or not, you're going to go through a lot of trial and errors, like learning to walk or learning to ride a bicycle. So you're going to fall on your ass a bunch of times and get up. But see, you won't get up and do it unless your heart's in it. That's why I used to see only question marks. Now it's all hearts too, because you have to. So you have to ask the right questions, but your heart has to be in it for you to have what you need to get through the problems that's going to happen.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know,
And also on a personal relationship. I think it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely understand what you're coming from. I recently rediscovered my heart posture, and it's definitely made a difference in how I go about growing my business. And so for my audience, though, I gotta help them out with getting to this government money. My first question is, for someone who's never applied to a government grant, never even been on the government website, anything like that, where is the first place that you suggest someone look?
Well, I would go look for websites that only end in .gov or .org.
Okay.
Organizations mean nonprofit. GOV is government. So those people will never charge you money. Now, the first place I would go for that. Oh, is that my creditor found me here?
That was me, but it's off now. I'll cut this out.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. Go to findhelp.org. Are you online now?
Yeah, I can get online. I don't know if I can share my screen.
You don't have to
it
share
does
it.
look like
I
can
want to see what what happens to you when you see this. Okay, so findhelp.org.
Let me share my screen real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. Share screen. Share entire screen. No, I just want to share window. Let's do share window.
My windows are a little dirty. There it is. Okay, put in your zip code. See
yes.
Zip code?
Mm-hmm.
Put in your zip code there.
Oh. Let's do 751. Ooh. Let's do 75206.
Okay. Okay, so you have 3,713 organizations that give out free money and help. Almost 4,000 organizations that give out free money and help in Dallas area. Okay, let's put in business. You want to start a business. Up on top on the left.
All right. You want me to hit enter?
Just enter on business, because you're not sure what you want. Now they want to make sure you're human. I'll vouch for you.
Thank you.
Okay, look at what you have there. 98 organizations that help people start or expand any kind of business. So the different categories and things like that, but scroll down a little. See the People Fund. How would you know that? You know, as ASEAN, they're a great nonprofit that helps people. So that's why if you're stuck with marketing or something like that, you go start calling these people, and see the way you use this is like marketing. Look at Texas Small Business Women or something it had. No, you're now somewhere else.
Yes, I wanted to hop over real quick to personal personal resources. And so I wanted to focus this specific video not just on business,
Oh,
but
okay.
for people who are looking for
Sure.
anything they need, whether that's housing, food,
Right, okay.
really all resources available that
Well,
they can
tell
find.
you the truth, I think being an entrepreneur is probably the only way you're gonna get ahead nowadays, unless you have fancy degrees. Okay, let's go back to find help. Okay, and back up, because you wanna make sure, on the left.
Let me go back.
Yeah, so almost to the beginning, because once you do something, then you become a subset sometimes, and you don't get what's there. Okay, now up there for the keyword, put in rent. Maybe you want to pay rent.
All right.
Okay. So 96 organizations that help you with rent. I mean, that to me is, see, the other problem is that people think, okay, they hear about a rent grant and they call up and the people say they're out of money. So they say, oh, I tried and I couldn't get any. No, you didn't try 96 places. That's how many places there are. It's sort of like looking for a customer. You say one customer doesn't like it. You don't say nobody's going to buy it. No, you just haven't found the people. So these are the organizations, and what you have to do, truthfully, I think, in using these sources is to get on the phone, because you can't just read. They you have to get on the phone, talk to people. What is this? Oh, am I eligible? And then if they say, no, you're not, then you ask them, where else can I go? Because these are now people who spend their career helping people pay rent in Dallas. So they're the only people you want to talk to, not your mother-in-law or anybody else that sells you, because they provide free. They may not know everything, but they're going to know a hell of a lot more than anybody else because they're doing this every day. So they're the people you want to talk to. If they don't help you, then you go to the next one. So you have 96 places to do, and that's how to do research. And if you're not willing to do that, then your chances of getting something really diminish quickly. So you have to start calling people, seeing what's out there, and they'll tell you the things you're missing. Because we all think we're smart, but we ain't. It's too complicated. And actually with AI, see, you could write prompts on AI that do that and get that also. And what I like about AI is I have something now I'm working on. It's almost up, where you could just put in your city and state, and it'll show you all the programs for a subject like starting a business, but then it'll show you what to say when they call. It shows you how much the value of what you're getting for free is worth. All that stuff that Google could never tell you is, I'm very excited about AI. It gives you the best shopping list in the world, because Google is just a death trap. They're going to get your money. They spend 24/7 trying to figure out how to get money from you.
Yeah. And going back real quick to something you mentioned earlier, you said that business is truly the way to be able to make more money if you don't have fancy degrees. Can you touch a bit more about that for people who aren't necessarily thought about starting a business just yet?
Remember, you don't need to be any, whether it's a side hustle, you have to create your own income, because nobody's even paying anything. I mean, if you're working for somebody, wages for 90% of the people in this country went nowhere for 50 years. It's all the owners that make money.
Yeah.
And this is why people are struggling all over our country. We have more poor people in America than any other developed country. The percentage of the population that is in poverty is like 17%. Most developed countries are under 10%. So we're number one in creating poor people as a percentage of population in the developed countries, and that's about 30 of them or so. And also creating billionaires. So this is what's happened in our country. So you have to either get the skills to get a decent wage, and you don't need a degree anymore to do that. Government programs now will pay you $40,000 to $50,000 a year in earning without a degree to get a $100,000 a year job. And it's all over. And you can go to that Find Help and put in job training and find programs like that. There'll be 200 organizations that have things. Every place is different, so you have to, and every program is different. But that's the power. So if you don't have a degree or whatever, then you have to do a hustle. And you don't need to be an LLC. You don't need to be anything except pay taxes. And you can run out of your home and find a way to do it, whether it's, but you want to go to find help again and put in business because there's free mentors there that will help you choose what's a decent thing to do. Is this, gig economy worth it, or this, that, or anything? And without any money, you could start earning something. I mean, a lot of people, now with what's going on in our country, people are going to be devastated for a while now, I feel. So you have to find alternative ways to
What do you
earn.
mean?
What do I mean? Well, Trump yesterday wants to fire 700,000 people working for the government. It's and then what's happening to our country, we are not a growing country anymore. Everybody else is starting to grow bigger and faster than we are. We're not the big dog. Everybody here thinks we are, but we're not. China's at our heels. They're growing faster. Russia, we thought we could, put in, what do you call it? Restrictions on sales. That'll get around us. The world is bigger than America. We live in what's called, all the rich countries now are called the G7. So the big, okay. Well, BRICS is another coalition of countries, including Brazil, China, Russia, India. That collective is bigger than the U.S. and all this other countries, that are supposedly rulers, and so we're losing. We're sort of like England in the 18th century. Every dog has its day, and I think we screwed it up. And particularly now, we're not investing in the future anymore. So that, but there's still opportunities here, and that's why you have to be open-minded about where the opportunities are. They're not what they were even 5 years ago, 10 years ago. When you go to school, and you think that that's different. So you have to have an open mind to find and create opportunities. And creating income, all you need is a customer, and you build it from there. You could get a free mentor, you get free help with your accounting, you get free help with any legal problem to solve that. You're doing that yourself, or you get that training, which is free. Government is giving you lots of grants. Be sure you go to two places. One, the Career One Stop org, Career One Stop, that's in every city, and they help you with jobs and training and things like that. And also your local community college, they get a lot of grant money for anything. Be a truck driver. They make 60, 70, 80 grand a year, and they'll train you that to do it free. So that's available. So the things are there, but they don't advertise in Google. So the average person won't see them.
Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like business is really the option we all have to create financial flexibility for us and our families. So
I think so.
If you haven't started, it definitely sounds like
because you can. It costs no money. You don't have to worry about taxes. You just get a checking account and put everything there through that thing. And also it creates you, it allows you to live cheaper, because most things you do is business. So the next time you want to go travel, make sure you see a client in that country. Then you could write out the travel back and forth in the day for seeing the client. You could stay 5 other days and sit on the beach, but you got your plane ride paid for. And that's why there's no such thing as a private jet. All jets are business. They write it off as a business expense. And so all the fancy restaurants, they're all written off as business expense. That's why they can charge, $200 for a hamburger or whatever they these restaurants, because they're all writing it off. And they won't get rid of that in the tax code, because all the rich people will make sure it doesn't go away.
Well, I guess the goal is to do so well in our business that we continuously work our way up and give ourselves more opportunities. And so I have the second question for you. What would you say is like the true difference between government grants and benefits? And how can people really tell a difference between the two to get the resources they need?
Well, I'm not sure what you mean, but there are government benefits is anything the government gives you for living here. So that's a general term. So if they're like the mentor that will help you start a business, paid by the government, that's a government benefit. The mentor also shows you a government grant for 20 grand. That's another thing.
Actually, we can skip this question. Let's skip the question. Yeah. Let's skip the question. I'll cut this out.
Why? No, that's good to
moving
know.
on.
People, if you thought it, other people will think that. Yeah. That's why I want to show people the free benefits you have by living in America, and that represents 40% of everything in America is free. You know, money and services, everything, healthcare, legal help. I can show you where to get 200 free lawyers to solve any problem for you, instead of paying $200-300
Where
a
do
month.
I go? Where do I
Well,
go? Tell me where I go.
findhelp.org is a good place, and just put in legal.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I need to definitely use Find Help, or I need to use Find Help a lot more than I do. That needs to be my favorite website now. I need to move on from Google.
And
Or
again,
I need to move on from
yeah, see, we're not trained to do that. Right.
Huh?
Yeah, we're not trained, and so many people are so stretched by the dollar and inflation and all this stuff that's going on. It's not going to get better soon. So you got to learn how to hustle.
Yeah, and use the resources that are available to us.
Absolutely.
Yes. So next question. A lot of people think you need a nonprofit or business to get a grant. Can individuals apply to grants as well? And specifically, can individuals apply to grants as well? And what kind of grants exist for them?
Oh, there's only about 750,000 grants for individual.
Okay.
Because if you go to Find Help,
just small numbers.
If you go to Find Help, they have 600,000 people in there. See? And I think there's probably another 100, 200,000 more that aren't in there. Yes, they're individuals. I would not worry about anything. I would not worry about getting a grant writer, because 99% of the grants that you want as an individual or small business is usually just 2-3 pages, fill in the blanks. And the offices that give out the money also help you fill out the form if you need it. You know, so if you want to pay for, but you go looking for a grant, you say, oh, it's complicated, I'll need a grant writer. That's true, but not for what you need. It won't be. If living expenses or small business, you don't need that. Yeah.
Would you say that nonprofit grant writing is good, or what do you think about nonprofit grant writing?
Now, if you're a nonprofit, you probably get into bigger grants. Because nonprofits, I need $1 million to change the world, or whatever the hell it is. And right, you'll probably need a grant writer to do that. But if you need 50 grand to start a business, or 5 grand to pay your rent, you don't need any of that. So, and I wouldn't even if you're thinking about a nonprofit, the whole thing with anything in life is don't try to pre-think what somebody else needs. You look for where you're going to get money. So if you find a grant that's, hey, this looks like something I could use, what do you have to be to get that? And they say a nonprofit. So you go become a nonprofit. That's the only time. You don't do a nonprofit first and then find money, because you may not need it. Because a lot of things that nonprofits could, as a business, you could do it too. So you're sort of, if you don't know, it's all about customers and who's giving the money. Find out that first. That's the first thing you should do.
Yeah, and so for individuals or businesses who are figuring out, like, what grant should I even apply for? What grant is worth my time? What advice do you have for them?
Well, talking to people. So that's it. Take your area of interest. If it's a business, you go to that Find Help and find the business people that will help you for free decide, and they really will. That's their job, is help you find the right grant for you. If it's housing and everything, you'll see, like rent, you got 93 people that want to help the organizations out there. So you sit down and talk to people. So you get out of them what you need, and they understand you to see what you need. Because if you call up, and the worst thing to do is call up and say you want a grant. Because most of them don't even have it, but could help you so many other ways. And you're cutting yourself off. Yeah. So you need help. You just call up and say, I want to do this. I need help. Is there someone there I could talk to? Yeah.
Bam. All right. Talk to people. That seems to be the solution, you know? So simple, but it can be hard to do at times.
It is, because we're lazy.
So, no, not my community, not my community.
Really
People
good.
Watching this video that work and do what they need to do to live the life they've dreamed of, to live the life they've dreamed of. So definitely, moving on to the next question. Can people with bad credit or no income still get access to government help through grants or other programs?
Absolutely.
And what would you recommend? What would you recommend they do right now if you could give like 3 steps of action to improve their financial situation?
First is make an appointment with a free financial counselor. Because all the money is based on certain things. You want to buy a house, you want to do this, you want to start a business, you want to fix it, get an education. So, but first, because you're in financial trouble or whatever, and credit card debt, free financial counseling. You go to findhelp.org, put that in, and just put financial counselor, and you'll find 100 of them that will make appointments with you for free and help you figure it out.
Nice. Okay. What would you say for step 2 and step 3?
What was that?
I said, what would you say for step 2 and step 3? First step, find the counselor, and then what should they do after that?
Well, it depends. Again, you have to focus on what you want to get money for first, okay? And that's what it is. So that's why when you talk to somebody like that who takes apart all your debts and problems or whatever, I mean, oh shit, you better do this first, or you're going to lose your house in 30 days. And then you have to focus on that, so that's why, I mean, it's what, if it's for what you're going to do as a career-wise, then it's really going to, careeronestop.org. Make an appointment with people there to see what kind of programs are available to give you money to start making money more. Even as a business, depends on the state, but a lot of them even give you money to live on while you're starting a business. Or, here they pay for you to become a massage therapist, or become an electrician, which is probably one of the biggest growth industries. And none of these require degrees. You don't need a degree. Actually, people your age now, I think you said you're like 22, 23 or something like that.
Add on 5 more years.
Well, younger people out of college now is the worst time to get a job. And actually, even people with IT degrees, because of AI, they're not hiring anymore. So that was a false thing that you have to. And that's why, see, if you follow your heart more and make career choices based on that, you want to be there so much, you will figure out how to stay there. In a growth thing, when that growth is over, and every growth, there's always cycles and everything, then you'll have to find something else to do. But if you really want to be there, the good people with the passion will stay there forever.
Yeah. What would you say is the best way for single parents, students, or veterans to find targeted resources outside of findhelp.org? Where else would you say that they should go to get the help that they need?
Well, it's AI, and you have to learn how to write a prompt, and that's not difficult. And it's free.
Do you have some prompting tips for the audience? What would you recommend? Do you have like a favorite prompt or?
Well,
Favorite
for everyone.
ChatGPT
If
or
you,
favorite
yeah,
resource?
ChatGPT, I use ChatGPT all the time. But the two things, if you write a prompt, you say, give me 50 sources from, write these two things down, nonprofit organizations and government offices to help me buy a house in your city, you know, Connecticut, you know, whatever, or, you know, Dallas, Texas. Give me and tell me what to ask for in these situations and for every office. And I'll tell you that. And describe, you know, give me the email, the phone number, describe what they have available and how much that is worth. Because there's programs that now you can get up to $150,000 grant money to buy a home. And so, because people need this. So that's one way. And it is, another thing outside of that is you want to see what people are doing near you. I find, you know, it's not as good as Find Help, but meetup.com. I don't know if you know that. Meetup, metup.com. This is where organizations, people interested in something, you want to know what single moms, you want to know what other people are doing. So you could find a meetup group in your area of single moms that want to become entrepreneurs or whatever, and learn from other people that are like 2 years ahead of you in finding this stuff out. And it doesn't cost anything. You don't have to spend any money. It's sort of like bowling leagues that we used to have before you were born. How people shared information and things like that. So that's right. See, I also think in Find Help, you could start there. You have children you want to raise. You put in childcare, whatever it is, and start talking to those people to find the granular, the jewels that are hidden. They're going to know more than, but it may take you 10 or 20 calls to find that. But it's there. It's not in Google. Yeah.
How would you say is the best strategy for people to avoid scams? There's a lot of websites saying now that you can get a grant here, get a grant there, and they're charging anywhere between like 15 to 20, 30, 40, even $50 to apply to a grant. And so how would you advise people see the real grants from the scams or tell the difference?
Well, number one, the safest way is not to talk to anybody unless they're a .gov or a .org. So with that, you eliminate anybody with scams. Now, you know, we charge $20, but I'll always give you money back. And what we do too is give you one-on-one help. You know, the $20 a month is a subscription. We have 15,000 members. And if you ever, I mean, people call me a scam, and you could actually, I have a website called lesgoscam.com, I think, somewhere. I guess somebody, and I'm a scam, people think, because they bought a book from me or something and they didn't get anything. And because they didn't try. It's not automatic. You're gonna have to do some work. So anybody promises you money, they can't. Anybody promises you you'll get a grant. Only the people giving out the money can promise you that. And so that's why you gotta stay away from Google, because they're too good at advertising. You know, if you weren't there, I mean, they're just sharks in the water. You just have to stay out. And they spend 24/7 trying to figure out how to get your money. You know, so you don't stand a chance. So if you're really tempted on buying something from somebody, just say, if I don't like it, could I give all my money back? And if they don't say that, then don't bother, because that means they don't stand by what they do.
All right. If someone is denied a grant, what should they do next? Is there a way to improve their chances or find alternative resources?
Oh, absolutely.
What do you recommend people?
Every grant, government grant, has an appeal process. So you automatically appeal. And the data I've seen, and we've done it too for members, 50% of the times we appeal, get the money. Yeah, 50%.
Oh, wow.
Right, exactly. That's astounding to me. The other thing to do if you have trouble is call your elected official. So if you go to commoncause.org, And if you put in your zip code, you'll have like, 15, 20 elected officials from where you live. And if it's a federal
Yeah.
government grant, you start with your 2 senators and congressmen and complain, hey, they turned me down. Because they could call the offices and check for you. And they want to do that, because if they do that and get
Yeah.
you money, you'll vote for them no matter what the hell they do.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right. So, and this is specifically you're referring to government grants and then calling politicians or whatnot in the area.
And the nonprofit, most of the nonprofits have government involved too. So they're getting money, nonprofits that give out grants. A lot of them get money from the federal government to give to you. So it's worth, calling elected officials no matter what.
Okay, good to know. Well, could you tell me a bit more about your community? I'd like to hear more about like what all is included. What do you offer? Is it for people, businesses, or individuals, businesses? Tell me more about your community.
Well, like I say, it's $20 a month, and it's unlimited one-on-one help. And we do that in many ways. We have like probably about 4 hours of live video Q&As, Zoom calls that you could join on as a member and ask your questions from other members or our researchers or whatever. There's always one-on-one help there, and that's it. And then we also have pre-programmed training things, like if you want to start a business, then we have a group of videos and everything, and actually a special place to ask questions about that topic. So whether it's starting a business, buying a house, getting out of debt, medical problems. I mean, there's going to be a lot more people with medical problems too nowadays. And we also give out our own grants. We've been, like 2 or 3 years, we've been giving out about $50,000 every month to members.
Wow.
Yeah. But now we're cutting back down. It's getting tight out there. And I want to stay in business. So we're cutting that down to 20, I think, in the next month. But this month it's still going to be 50. But
50,000 a month?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just to members, either $1,000 or $500. Yeah. And so you just tell us one sentence what you would do with the money. Okay. So that's interesting. And yeah, the live stuff is important. Every day, I mean, I do 2-3 videos every day on new stuff. I mean, now, what do you do with the shutdown, okay? So we're up on all that kind of stuff and help you. It's really to get questions answered.
Yeah, it's important to be able to have a space where you can get your questions answered and feel supported.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you had a last bit of advice when it comes to government grants, finding grants in general, what would you recommend people do, or what's some final tips that you have?
Call Darcy.
Call me. Another suggestion that they have.
I think, to me, in my stage of life now too, I mean, I'm going to do this until I die, because I feel I'm able to help people, and I think helping people is the most selfish thing in the world you could do, because it makes you feel so good. And I think as I get older, I mean, younger, like your age or something, we all have these goals and think we know how life works. And I'm at the point now that I feel your heart is smarter than your brain. You got to trust your heart and think about it. Your heart is a good, dog sniffer, or a child. They're not encumbered by all this shit people put in their head. So you got to trust your heart. And I think that's true in personal relationships, because that's what gets you through life. If your heart's in it, then you'll put up with the pain in the ass that is going to be required to do anything in this life. If your heart's not in it, you're going to quit. That son of a bitch squeezed that toothpaste once more in the middle. I'm out of here. and so trust your heart.
Trust your heart. All right. Well, thank you, Matthew. Appreciate you being on this video today and sharing your expertise.
Oh,
All right.
thank you for having
see
me.
y'all in the next. Right.
Okay. Cheers.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
Oh, cheers. Thank you.
I'm gonna edit this.
Okay.
I edit my videos.
Okay.
Can you say the goodbye one more time?
Oh, goodbye, Darcy. Goodbye, Darcy.
Goodbye, y'all. Oh, no. I meant say goodbye to the community or like people who are watching this.
Oh, that's y'all. That's Southern for everybody.
Okay. I mean, okay. I'll edit it. I'm not okay. I am done. Or just, do you want to say like goodbye, everybody, or like, or here? I'll just say. Well, that's. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions at all in the comments below. I've linked access to Matthew's community in the comment. I've linked access to Matthew's community in the description, and I will see y'all in the next one. Right.
Recording stopped.
Oh, there it is. So when you move into DC?
AI companion is still active. Would you also like to turn it off? Dismiss. Okay. I will be moving, or the plan is to move starting in January. So I'll spend the last 3 months here. It's also near holidays. And I also need to buy some tickets to some conferences. I want to go to the YouTube conference. That will be the first one I go to. Have you been to Vid Summit before?
No, what is that? The what summit?
So Vid Summit, VID Summit, it's October 7th in Dallas, and it's a conference for YouTubers. And so I want to go to that event. And then there is a Black in Tech event in Houston later on in October that I want to attend as well. So those are the 2 events. I actually came back to Europe. I was planning on staying longer, but I wanted to go to these events.
So what was that?
But I'm glad it worked out.
What was that YouTuber thing? The
Vid Summit, VIDSUMMIT, Vid Summit.
Vid Summit? And that's in Dallas when?
I believe it's October 7th through the 9th.
7th and 9th. That's like now. Next
Yes.
week. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, probably can't do that.
That's why I need to be back.
I see. Oh, that's cool. Do they have them around the country or just once a year?
I believe Vid Summit is once a year, but there's like Vid Summit, there's FinCon, there's a lot of different conferences, or there's maybe like 3 or 4 that I know of that like unite YouTubers, content creators. It just depends together. So I just know that I personally need to do more events to like socialize and other people who are doing what I'm doing. So
No, definitely. I do too, because I'm old now and I gotta learn what's going on now. That's the problem with success.
Yeah,
You learn what works, and it's never gonna work again like that. So it's a new world. So I gotta learn
you gotta
all
keep adapting and changing and staying with the times. Yeah. Here, let me go quickly get my charger. Will Mark be able to send me the recording?
You bet. Well, you have the recording, right?
No, you have it. It's Mark. Mark has control over the.
Oh, I
meeting.
see. Oh,
like,
okay.
He's the one who's.
Yeah, then he has it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you could message him to send that to me, that would be great. Are you planning on putting this on your channel or no?
Yeah, it's on now.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
Just me.
You didn't tell me that.
You're not on it. I am.
But is my voice on it?
Probably.
Matthew, you didn't tell me all of that. I wouldn't have said the things I said.
Oh no, that's it's real, man. That's what, to me, what life is about, is reality, not faking it and, you know.
So
I mean,
Oh, shoot.
authenticity is what the world needs now.
Does it? I do a lot of editing because I stumble over my words at times. So I
Well,
like to edit.
but that's what makes you human. And I think that's the best sale. I mean, if you're a slick car salesman, you know, anybody can be slick, you know, but a human you can trust.
Are we still live streaming?
I am, yes. You want to go on now and see it? Go on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube .com/Matthew Lesko.
I'm here. Yeah.
You see it?
All right. Well. All right. Well, thank you for everything you shared.
What's the name of your group there?
Yes, it's going to be called the Business Freedom Circle. It's going to be a free community.
Oh, wonderful.
Where I will specifically how to apply to business grants. And so that will be my focus, as well as properly structuring your business. And so I'll have those two as the main courses. I've done affiliate marketing, so that's what I can personally speak on and help people start to make money through that, as well as YouTube. But the main focus will be the business structure and then access to business grants. And then we can go from there. The community will tell me what they need, but I specifically want to provide a complimentary service to some of the other big players that offer business grants, whether it's paid or free. But I want there to be that community aspect to it because I know that that's really important and essential. And fortunately, I'm in a financial situation where I can make it free. We'll see as time goes on. As you mentioned, the current economy, but I can make it free as of now.
And what is it called again?
It's called Business Freedom Circle.
Freedom Circle.
Yes.
Is it online yet?
It is online. It is not open yet. I will open it tomorrow at
12 really?
p.m.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's been a long time coming. And I tried to do a launch earlier this year, and I wasn't ready for it. I'm in a much better headspace to put the time and energy in order to make sure it runs properly, it's supported, and I can give willingly, freely, as much as I can to really support and help people and make it a success and hopefully them get with.
Well, I could give you a freebie if you want. You know,
Sure.
If you, this is a free download. Look at Tiny, Tiny. I want to write that down. Tiny, or just put it in your URL.
I'm writing it.
Okay, tinyurl.com/Lesko500.
All right.
And you could.
All right, that did not work.
Oh, read TINY URL.com/LESKO.
I think I've been on this resource. It's like a Google Doc, right? With 500 resources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could, you know, that's for every state. So you go down and look at Texas if you want, and you'll see 500 grants in Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, I've looked at the grants for Texas, and I've looked at and checked out this document before, as well. So yeah, I can provide this resource to my community so that they can have it.
Good.
Yeah.
How is?
All right.
You use affiliate marketing. I'm trying to figure out that. Yeah. How would I find more people to use my offer in affiliate marketing?
Yeah, so are you talking about your own products, or are you talking about marketing other people's products?
No, but having people market my products.
Yes, so I would actually, this is by far one of the best new products that have been created, is by offering it on Offer. I think it's called Offer Up.
Offer who? Hub?
I Offer Up. Give me 1 second. I offer by what's the guy's name that wrote the book on sales funnels, ClickFunnels?
Oh, yeah. What's his name? Yeah, I use ClickFunnels, but
Yeah, ClickFunnels founder, his name, Russell Brunson. So Russell Brunson just launched a new funnel program called OfferLab, not OfferUp, OfferLab. And so on OfferLab platform, you can literally OfferLab, OFFER lab. And so on this platform, you can include all of your products,
I see.
physical or digital, and everybody can be an affiliate marketer for you. And so what they do is they get a commission. And so this platform helps people be easy affiliates.
Right.
And so you can put your product and then pay them a commission right there. And so one of my friends, she has her business on YouTube, and she put her products on there, and literally like 20 people within I think it was the 24 hours, 48 hours after she listed it, reached out wanting to be an affiliate, right? And if they don't make a sale, it doesn't hurt you, but they wanted to be an affiliate for her products. And so I would say OfferLab is a great place to start.
That's LABS Labs, LABS.
Offer OFFE.
Something for you is helpful.
Next time, just let me know when you're live. Next time, just let me know when you're live.
And so let me give you, you have my phone, 301? You have my phone, 301? Let me give you.
I think I do, but I will write it down again. And you also are inspiring me as well. I don't get on live as much. I'm definitely like more behind the scenes, but I know I need to be live.
Just be yourself though. Don't try to be anybody but you. People know a difference now. Before, when we only had 3 broadcast stations, so everybody had to have makeup and all that. Now it's authenticity. It's just real people, and that's important.
Yeah. Yes, 301.
873. 6666.
873.
Yeah, 6666. And best is a text, because I at my age I lose a lot of stuff.
Okay, so you're live only on YouTube. You're not live on Instagram. All right.
No. Actually, I was, and then they banned me being live for some reason. I don't know why.
Interesting. Were you live too much?
I don't know. I just a lot of people, because it sounds like a scam, you're getting free money and stuff like that. So, like Skype even kicked me off too. These big companies. Yeah, Stripe, not Skype. Stripe, STR.
Oh, Stripe.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, Skype is dead. It's not around anymore.
I think who was it? Microsoft bought it or somebody? Yeah.
I think it's just no longer. I think they shut down the business.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will let you go and get back to it.
Okay.
Can you tell Mark to send me the video?
Yes, I will. Okay. Mark right now. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Great. Okay. And then if I forgot something, just text me. Hey, you stupid old man, don't forget to do this. That's good.
Just need the video.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers.